What's going on, you people? Uh, Today, the topic of the video is webinar versus VSL. What is best for you? So, this is going to be specifically directed towards coaches, consultants, agency owners, etc., etc. So, if you're into life coaching, dating, business consulting, agency space, finance agency, these two models are going to work really well for you. So, let's dive deep into it. So, what is the agenda? Why are we doing this? Let's see which one wins for you. There is no one better than the other. Both of them work. But let's see what comes out of this, right? So, we're going to be talking about how do you structure your webinar if you're using a webinar funnel. You might already be doing it. If you're missing anything out of this, might as well just put that into your system. How do you structure and automate your VSL funnel if you're using that? How should you be selling directly on the webinar or should you be selling it later? We're going to be talking about that and then finally concluding it, right? Damn, it's too hot today. So, and I have switched off the fan because, yeah, it might just create the noise. It's just for you guys. We are doing this. So, if you are learning something from this, like, share, and subscribe, right? So, webinar versus VSL model. What is a webinar? You do a live interaction over Zoom, over Google Meet, or whatever that you prefer. People come over there. There are 20, 30, 100, 500 people, whatever. You're doing a live interaction with them. You build directly. Why live interaction? What does that even do? It builds your brand and trust, right? You're interacting live, so they can respond to you, talk to you, etc., etc. Right, there are multiple touch points which lead them to the webinar. So there might be like an email confirmation that they have registered for the webinar. There would be WhatsApp reminders. There would be emails leading up to that along with WhatsApp. So there are multiple touch points there. It works for a high ticket. Uh, Only if you do a one-to-one webinar. That's what I think, right? If you're selling to 100 people, if there's anything that you're selling about 1 lakh rupees, I would say do that, post the webinar, ask them to book a one-to-one call, right? Don't sell them directly. But cons would be it's time consuming and you have to do it once a week, twice a month, or once in a month, right? So you have to keep doing it. It's going to be live. Funnel setup is a little complex, right? There would be a lot of automations happening. So you would need a Zapier, this thing, that thing, Zoom Premium, etc., whatnot, right? So funnel is a little complex. Now let's talk about VSL. It's a fully automated funnel. There's a ad that they see. They go to a landing page. There's a video sales letter that they check out. There's a booking link, and then they book a call with you. And then, of course, there are automated reminders that go over there. So what it does is it pre-qualifies the lead before the call. So there are multiple touch points. They have to go through all of these stages before they book a call with you. And once they book a call, then too you can have like a qualification of sorts wherein you can, accept or reject them. It is good for digital products and services. Both of them are, right. But what happens is there's only one touchdown. There's a video sales letter, and it's just a direct sell. Hey, this is what we do. Come buy from us. There's no brand building as such. Um, and you need a little bit of skills, sales skills to make this work, right? It needs a strong copy. It needs a strong VSL, and that's that. So there are pros and cons to both of them. When to use, I'll be talking about in the Indian context. Webinar, if you're selling directly in the webinar, I think ideal would be 10,000 and below your digital product or your consultation, whatever. If the audience is new to you, you're building something from scratch, I would say use webinar initially because that'll help you build that sort of trust with your initial set of audience. You want mass conversions, right? You can't sit one-on-one if you're a small team. Use a webinar model, invite 100, 20 are going to buy, and that's how you work on this. um and you have to justify the pricing. If the ROI is, let's say, 1.5 lakh rupees, sell it for a 10 to 12,000 rupees, right? So that they see that sort of value in your product. um It works for digital products and low ticket. That is my this thing. But if you're selling high ticket, you can do that through the webinar. But have one more step where you ask them to book a call with you and then justify the pricing there, right? Use VSL one-to-one call only if your order is above 50K because it's a there are multiple stages. If you're selling anything less than 10,000 rupees, you can still do it. You would still be profitable, but I would say have something that you're selling for 50K and above. It'll give you better results because, of course, you make more money. You're selling coaching and services is the ideal funnel for this. Um, your VSL would build the trust, it'll qualify them, and you will, objection handling. So these sort of things are going to be happening over the sales call. There is a higher friction over the closer call because they've only heard about you once over the VSL, right? They might or might not be following you on Instagram or content, etc. So once they come on the closer, I would say have multiple pieces of content going before that, case studies, testimonials, company profile, websites, etc. Just share it with them before the closer call. How to structure your webinar. Now let's go deeper into each aspect of things. How do you structure your webinar? You start with your story and your credibility. What have you done in the past? How you started out, your story, why you're in this space, what are you trying to achieve, all those good things. Share the industry insights within the industry that you're in. Talk about the industry, what are the challenges, how it has grown so far, etc. Story of the industry comes in. Talk about the challenges. Let's say you're helping entrepreneurs scale better. So talk about the challenges that early entrepreneur faces because there's so many things that are happening. So talk about the challenges that your audience is facing, how you are providing that solution and the whole framework step by step. Talk about the testimonials who've benefited from you in the past, and then a call to action, right? Hey, this is the digital product that you can buy. These are the recorded videos, or if you're going to be doing a one-to-one session, give them a Calendly, they'll book a call from there. So this six-step process is the ideal structure for your webinar. If you're missing anything out of this, might not work, right? So just make it more potent. Okay. Webinar funnel touch points. Before they come to the webinar, send reminder emails, right? Hey, you have a webinar 7 p.m. They might forget there are things happening in people's life, right? So you got to keep giving them reminders. Send them WhatsApp messages. This is only in India because WhatsApp is the biggest social media platform in India. So use WhatsApp, right? I don't know about other countries. If it's Telegram, use Telegram. Whatever that people around you use more, use that for your communication and messaging. And of course, post-webinar nurture, keep sending them newsletters, testimonials, case studies. And if you're selling high ticket, like I said, invite them for a one-to-one call. Do not sell 1.5 lakh rupees, 2 lakh, 10 lakh rupees products over over the webinar. You would not even see any conversions. We've seen this in the past and wouldn't want you to go through that. Um, if you're selling anything under 10K, 15K, directly sell it over the webinar, right? You've done multiple touch points, they know everything about you, etc. Da, 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 da. So yeah, just sell directly on the webinar, collect your cash, send your products, etc. Now, let's say you're using a VSL funnel. How should you structure your VSL? It's a shorter form of the webinar. It's pretty much the same. How do you structure a VSL funnel? It of course starts with ads. It can be meta ads, Google ads, YouTube, cold email, cold DMs, etc. Whatever that you do, it has to route them to a landing page which has your VSL, which is basically like a mini webinar. You start with again the branding, the pain, the solution, the testimonials, and a call to action. You give them a call booking link right below the video, right of the video, that doesn't matter. There has to be a call to action there, where through that they can book a call with you later. Um, there has to be reminders that lead up to the call confirmation, hey, your call has been booked, etc., etc., so that there is less no-show on the final call. You send them the testimonial success stories, case studies, so that they know you've done this in the past because it's just one video that they've seen before they close a call. So you would need that sort of trust before they come on the call. How I follow it is I have two people following up with them. One is a setter who follows up with them, asks them, hey, let's say it's a weight loss funnel. Hey, you're booked in a call with us. How much is the weight that you're trying to lose? What have you done in the past to solve this, etc., etc. So you pre-qualify them and ask them what do they do. If it's a housewife, you would see that they are dependent on their husband, or if it's a student, a child, 18 years, 20 years, they would be dependent on their parents, might not have so much money. So, you can balance it out like that. You differentiate between these sort of leads. You pre-qualify the lead before the call, and you prioritize the one that are higher quality, of course. And then we send a pre-call video via WhatsApp or email. Hey, super excited for the call that's going to be happening tomorrow X p.m. This is what you can expect during the call. We are going to be sharing the roadmap, etc., etc., etc. Those sort of things. Send a video. It's more personalized. They'll know who they are going to be talking to. They'll know your face, etc. Send them. Closer call. You sit with them, go deeper, ask them the right questions, pitch them, collect your cash. That's how it happens, right? That's how you structure a VSL funnel. Now, what is the content? What goes in the video? Because that is the main component of the VSL funnel, which is video sales letter. Start with the problem. It's like a movie that you're creating, but for your services. It always has to start with a conflict, just like a movie starts with a conflict. Start with the problem. Hey, are you someone that you're facing? Um, then introduce your brand. Hey, this is going to take you to the other side of the bridge, right? We are going to take you to point B, right? Talk to them about how the industry is right now, right? Industry insights. What are the solutions? Why your solutions are better than what's already there in the industry? What are the pain points? What they might be facing? Why they've booked a call with you? Then give them a social proof. Hey, we've done this 10,000 times. These are the people talking about us. That could be a video or text, whatever, audio, whatever works for you, right? And then have a clear call to action, book in a call with us, come over, it's going to be fun, let's jam, let's create a roadmap for you, right? So that's the VSL structure. Let's again go over it because I think it's too much information. So let's talk about webinar versus VSL. It's going to be live. VSL is pre-recorded. Trust building is high because they are talking to you directly. VSL is medium trust because they've only seen an automated video, but it's on demand. Conversion speed is slower. This is faster, of course, right? You do this, then a webinar happens, and then that happens, and then that happens. VSL is faster, right? Everything is automated. Scalability is medium. After a point in time, you would see um there's like a plateau that you're going to hit in the webinar. This happens often. Of course, you can break through that by spending more, etc., etc. Um, this is high. We've seen there's a plateau that hits after a while, right? Not that it doesn't work, but this happens often. Scalability is much higher. You put in more money, you scale other spaces where you cold DM, you cold this thing, you run ads, Google, YouTube, you extend those ads, and then you can scale it pretty quickly, right? There's a personal touch, high, there's a live Q&A, etc. There's a medium personal touch. There's a setter whose objective is only to close, and then closer, of course, closes, right? This is a sales oriented only, and then this also is, but you get more chance to build that sort of connection. Ideal price point for selling directly on the webinar would be 10,000 or less in terms of INR I'm talking about. And then 50,000 or more use VSL. Though you can do this with this, like I said, book a one-to-one call, funnel gets extended, might be leakages, but you get the drift, right? You can always do that. And sure, it's 50K plus, right? Since you're taking so much of pain to do all of this, might as well just price it at least half a lakh. Final advice, there's no one size fits all. I would say webinars are good if you have that warmth, if you have that sort of engagement directly, you will do that. VSL is scaling and automations. If you want to go faster, use VSL. Webinars are if you want to go deeper, have that sort of connection. Because coaching sort of, right, those sort of funnels would need that sort of trust with you. Webinars help you do that. So choose that, right? If and VSL requires a setter closer. Webinars you can directly sell during the webinar, so you do not need those high-tech sales techniques. VSL you would need a little bit of professional sales skills to pull this off. Um, and if you're still confused which one to go for, just DM me. I'm going to be putting my Calendly below. You can book in a call with me, and we can just take it out from there. Okay. I can help you sort that out. So I hope you liked the video. I hope you were able to decide which funnel works for you. Good. If you're not, then yeah, just reach out to me. I'll be able to help you with that. Okay. Cool. See you. Thank you so much. I will see you soon.